Hello there, it's ShadeX, and I just hit 2,000 subscribers recently. All of this spawned from a podcast highlights video I did with What If Universe, which I did not expect would get as many views as it did. Still, I broke big news in that video, so it isn't a huge surprise. I was the first to report on Butch Hartman's $130 Christian cartoon called The Garden. This video was the first one of mine to get a lot of views because of Twitter. This was because Pie Guy Rules and Crimson Mayhem retweeted the video.
Dude, how'd you get Pie Guy and Crimson to retweet that?
It's very simple, I just used some magic! Nah, but in all honesty, I want to thank Moonbeam MLP for pinging Pie Guy Rules in the replies of my video tweet. It's possible that Pie Guy would have found out about my video one way or another, but Moonbeam mentioning him in the replies really helped me out a lot. Also, thank you Pie Guy and thank you Crimson for retweeting that tweet and spreading the news about Butch Hartman's $130 crappy Christian cartoon. Anyway, all this snowballed into SaberSpark actually buying the cartoon and LS Mark doing a video on it as well. But it was my channel that broke the news first, and that led to me getting 2K subscribers. It's clear a lot of people have questions, and I have some answers. This is my 2K subs Q&A. First, I'll start with the YouTube questions. Becca Nichols asks, when did you first start your channel and when did you first get into gorillas? Well, Becca, I created this channel in 2009. I uploaded YouTube poops and pivot animations to this channel, which are long gone now. All that remains is my short film Mickey Kills Pikachu, which is something everyone sub to my channel needs to see. Anyway, I nuked everything off my channel because I was afraid of copyright, even though there was no copyright complaints, maybe a few claims on my channel, but no strikes or anything. And my channel lay dormant just with that Mickey Kills Pikachu video as the only upload. And in 2017 I decided, hey, I want to upload videos, so I uploaded the R.I.P. Scaramouche video, which was my first big hit. Then in 2018 I went back to YouTube again. I saw, hey, no one's doing videos on Ace from Gorillaz, so I did a video on that, and that's my most viewed video. Prior to this, I had a YouTube channel called Chowder Craze. I uploaded videos about the Cartoon Network show Chowder to that channel. I was a part of a Chowder fan community back then, but that's a story for another time. As for when I started getting into Gorillaz, it definitely was when the album Humans came out in 2017. I was hyped after that album came out. I ended up getting tickets to see the band in Kansas City, and went to that concert that same year. Recording of that concert is on my channel. I might do a video talking about my experience at the concert sometime in the future. Anyway, I really like Gorillaz and I'm excited about the new music that is coming out. Zach Quinn says, congratulations on getting 2K subscribers. Ain't easy getting that many subscribers. My question is, do you ever plan on doing YouTube full time? Here's my answer, Zach. I don't think so. Doing YouTube full time seems hard. There's issues of content ID and general demonetization for sensitive topics. Those are two big problems YouTube has. Plus, YouTube doesn't offer health insurance or anything like that. YouTube isn't a job for me necessarily, it's more of a hobby. While I do make some revenue off of these videos, it isn't an awful lot. I mean, I do love that the first money I earned is from YouTube. I do like that. But YouTube ad revenue isn't sustainable in the long term. Anyway, I'll try to upload somewhat consistently as doing YouTube right now is fun for me. Mandarker asks, I just want to know how the hell you found out about the Garden. LMAO. There's my question. Well, Mandarker, I found out about the Garden in 2019. It was briefly talked about on Twitter by Trifon and several others. However, nobody really looked into it as people lost interest in whatever Butch Hartman was doing at the time. I brought it up on the Animated Dudes podcast episode I did with What If Universe. If you aren't aware, What If Universe used to go by the alias Dueling Duelist Drew. He's the guy Butch called out on stream. I even made a joke about it with rating the Garden's intro. Anyway, Butch Hartman was brought up on the podcast. I remembered that Butch Hartman did do a Christian cartoon, and I told Drew about that. I found the tweet, he found the website, and the rest is history. Sillyrally asks, ShadeX, it is I, King of What do you think is the best Kanye album in your own opinion? Well, Sillyrally, I really like the album Graduation. I've been listening to that album a lot lately, so I guess that's my favorite. However, 808s and Heartbreak is one I listened to a lot when I was younger. I really love that album as well. My favorite recent Kanye album is Kids See Ghosts, hands down though. Ask Air asks, what's your zodiac sign? Leo. Pisstain asks, what inspired you to make a YouTube channel? Well, Pisstain, a lot of people. Rebel Taxi was definitely an inspiration. I watch his reviews, which led to me wanting to do some review videos of my own. The first video of his I watched was his 2012 Teen Titans video. I also saw a ton of cartoon review channels pop up over the years. For example, Review Your Life is a channel I watched a bit of prior to making my own videos. I saw his video on Ego Raptor, which I found on 4chan. Since then, I've actually talked to the guy, and it's real cool just talking to someone you've watched since 2016. Wow, that's a long time ago, isn't it? Over the years, I noticed a lot of cartoon review channels were getting a lot of subs and views, so I decided to just give it a try and start making videos. Another person who inspired me was Doug Walker. Channel awesome controversies aside, I found him to be a very entertaining guy, at least at the time. He used to make quality content, not so much anymore though. And last but not least, Red Letter Media. They do great movie reviews. I really love their Best of the Worst and Half in the Bag series. If you can't tell, I use some of their background music in my Rating the Garden video. The music is literally from iMovie of all things, and I did not know that. Anyway, most of my YouTube inspirations have been reviewers. Nilo7149 Cano Official asks, congratulations on the 2K subs. What is, in your opinion, the worst show that you have ever watched? Good question, Nilo. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe The Garden as of right now, as Butch expects people to pay $130 for 6 cheaply animated 5-minute Flash cartoons. I just find that really insulting. For example, if you wanted to buy all of Alan Gregory on iTunes, well, it's on British iTunes, but the point still stands. It would cost you $9.99. Like $10 for Alan Gregory. All of Alan Gregory for $10. I mean, it's a shit show. It's terrible. It's gross. But hey, you know, you don't have a $130 hole in your wallet. As much as I don't like Jonah Hill's decision to make this cartoon, hey, you know, Jonah, you're at least better than Butch. You're not charging $130 for your cartoon. In fact, Alan Gregory looks a lot better than The Garden. I mean, the writing's bad, sure, but I do find the art style pretty interesting. Anyway, I haven't seen Alan Gregory, heard it's bad from reviews, but yeah, The Garden, that was definitely the worst cartoon I've seen so far, just based on the behind the scenes stuff. The fact that Butch thinks this is worth $130. What if Universe asks, can you answer this question? Yes. Ask Air asks, make this question last. Sorry, but no. It's All in Your Head asks, yo, I'm happy for you hitting 200K. My question is, what is your favorite drink/food? And on my reply to this person, it's 2K LOL. I wish I could hit that many subs real fast. Then It's All in Your Head said, oof, I mean 2K. I am so sorry, man, crying. Yeah, don't worry, it's all in your head. Don't worry, it's fine, it's a simple mistake. But I hope you'll be here when I do hit 200K, if that does happen. Maybe you're a psychic and you're just predicting the future. Yeah, that's a joke. But anyway, I'm gonna answer your question. Anyway, it's all in your head. My favorite drink and food is green apple Fanta and pizza. And it's fine, you made a typo. Ask Air asks, how bold is Geek? 1 through 10. Well, actually...
Shade, don't you dare answer him!
SS Slippy asks, are you based? And if so, based on what? I am based, I guess, but based on what? I have no idea. Am I based on a book? What am I based on? I don't know. And this concludes the YouTube comment section questions. Coming up next, the Twitter questions. Alright, now, let's look at the Twitter questions. What If Universe asks, can you do a tier list for people in the cartoon community? Good question. I don't know if I'll do a tier list video, but I did make a tier list template with pretty much everyone in the cartoon community in it. I'll link it in the description. Ask Air asks, again, congrats. His first question is, how bald is Geek? Interesting question. I didn't get to explain it before, but I'll explain it now.
Don't answer that question!
The second question Air asks is favorite cartoon. Well, Air, as for my favorite cartoon, my current favorite would have to be Close Enough, a show which I did a video on recently. But as far as childhood shows go, that would have to go to Chowder. The third question Air asked is, any yellow suit wearing YouTubers you're looking to collab with in the future? Well, Air, as far as collabs are concerned, I do have an idea for a video. I want to do a video on Ben 10 in the future, but I just need to binge the series first to figure out exactly what I want to talk about. I do have a video idea on Omniverse. I might do something like that. Who knows, but it'd be fun to do a Ben 10 video together. Geek Toons says, hey, my man, Shade, congrats on 2K. And Geek's question is, what were some of the ideas for the aesthetic for ShadeX? Any old concepts you had in mind? Seriously, feel happy for you, man. Keep up the great content. Thanks, Geek Toons. You keep up the great content too. Anyway, as far as YouTube aesthetics are concerned, I initially went with a simple purple background thing, then I went with a paper background. However, recently I found some cool vaporwave and 80s aesthetic motion backgrounds, and decided to go with those. Back in my early videos, I didn't have any stills. I didn't have any avatar, so it was just me talking about gorillas with a purple background. Then Drakestar designed the ShadeX character. I used that for a while. I remember I won a gorillas drawing of myself in an art raffle, so I used that in my gorillas videos for a while and my review videos. Then I rebranded and drew my own stills. They're terrible. They're MS Paint stills, so I'm thankful Geek Toons managed to draw me some stills that looked way better than the ones I initially made myself. And now Manuel made me some head icons, which later led to him making me stills. They look great. I'm gonna stick with these stills. I really like the design, as it looks like my animated dude's design that Drakestar made, with a little more edge with the spiky hair. Anyway, as far as concepts are concerned, I do want to commission someone to do a motion background for my videos. I might switch up my current stills, but I am fine with the ones Manuel made me as of right now. Rather than change my still, I am considering commissioning my friend Drakestar to do art of some sort for my channel. I did come up with an idea a while ago of how to use my old username, TechnoHero98, and integrate it into the channel. I drew some concept art that wasn't that great, and Drakestar decided to turn this character into a robot. I think that this idea has a lot of potential. Maybe this character could be a host or a mascot of sorts for my channel. I'll keep the ShadeX username, but I do want to try some new things out on this channel in the future. I think some original art would definitely help my channel stand out. I have some ideas. I did have this whole trapped in another dimension aesthetic idea planned for reviews, so I might commission Drakestar to do something like that. All I have to say is stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to commission an artist or two and make some good experimental videos in the future. Andrew IG says, congratulations, you'll probably outgrow me in 2 weeks, aha, but you deserve it. Does anyone inspire you? If so, how have they influenced you? Thanks, Andrew. Also, as far as inspiration goes, I did already cover that earlier with YouTube questions, but I'll still talk about it. Rebel Taxi clearly influenced me a lot. I really like the content that Pan Pizza makes, although I haven't really been caught up with the podcast, and I am behind on a few of his videos. I did really like his Video Mods video though, about the Lost SpongeBob music video. So there's one angle inspirations I have that I didn't cover, that being creators I know. I really like the vaporwave aesthetic of Veritas Joe's content. He has great presentation in his videos. I like Geek Toons' work ethic of weekly uploads. He puts a lot of effort into his videos. Whenever I talk to him, he's usually editing a video or writing a script. I like my friend Manuel's sense of humor. I've heard him talk about videos. I've helped in a way with the production of some of his videos, as I've done voice lines for 2 of them. Overall, I think that my peers have influenced me a lot, and I've influenced them as well. Lately, I haven't been watching big YouTubers' videos a lot, but I probably should, as I want to get more influence on how to review, how to format videos, etc. Aurora asks, congrats on 2K. For the Q&A, what's your favorite video of yours that you've made? That's a good question. As far as early videos go, I really like my Adventure Time one, and as far as recent ones go, I really like my Spider-Man Unlimited video, as that was my first proper series review I did, and the first proper collab I did. The Adventure Time video was a great retrospective video. I shared my thoughts on the show and talked about the finale. Then there was the Spider-Man Unlimited review, which was my first video of 2020, and I'm real proud of how that turned out. Since that video, I've pretty much gotten a format on how I do reviews. The videos that follow that one are great as well. I love my Green Eggs and Ham review and my Glitch Text review. Also, I really like the Close Enough video I did. It didn't get a lot of views, so everyone watching this video, please check it out after you've watched this Q&A. Rashawn says, congrats on 2K subs, Shade. My question to you is, which cartoon character represents you the best? Keep up the great work, man. Thanks, Rashawn. As far as cartoon characters that represent me best, maybe Peter Parker, he's a nerd like I am. I agree with the motto, with great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and I identify with him to an extent. Zach Quinn04 asks, congrats on 2K subscribers. My question is, do you ever think you can do YouTube as a living? I already answered this question on YouTube, but the answer is the same. Nowadays, it isn't really possible to do YouTube for a living. Only big channels can do that. Revenue is not sustainable, but there are ways for YouTubers to make a good amount of money off of sponsorships. There is also Patreon, but I am not at the point yet where I can get a sponsorship, and I don't think now is the right time to set up a Patreon. Rubber Hose asks, what's your main childhood inspiration, like the first cartoon that you can think of that got you into animation? C.H. Greenblatt for sure. I love his show Chowder, and the dude wrote a bunch of great classic SpongeBob episodes. He is also the voice of Fred Burger from Billy and Mandy. Chowder is such a great show. I love the mixed media in that show. I loved how each character was named after a food. This is definitely the show that got me into animation the most, and it stuck with me to this day. When I got older, his show Harvey Beaks was on, and I love that show too. It is a shame that that show got canceled. I'm really looking forward to C.H. Greenblatt's next show, Jellystone, that's going to be on HBO Max. C.H. Greenblatt, he's a talented guy, and I'll keep watching his stuff. Janos and Fabio said, that's awesome. Congrats, man. My question is, who is your favorite cartoon duo? Well, my favorite cartoon duo is Mordecai and Rigby. They are two slacker animals who work at the park together. I really like these two characters as they are very flawed. Mordecai is a simp, and Rigby is a high school dropout. However, throughout the show, they grow as individuals and as friends. Rigby eventually moves on from Margaret, and Rigby graduates from high school. But my personal favorite examination of their friendship has got to be the movie. I just watched that recently. I have no idea why I didn't watch it before. Jordan Power said, congrats, bro. How does it feel? Well, Jordan, it feels great. I thought I'd be stuck at 1.5k subs for a long while, so I'm happy to finally have hit the next big milestone. Manga Artist asks, did you ever expect to be where you are now? Sort of. I imagined eventually I'd get more subscribers. Still, I met a lot of these people out of random. For example, I met the co-host of the Anime Dudes podcast randomly. It was 2018 and I was in the Rebel Taxi fan server, and I just invited 2 random people to be on stream with me, and after that we had a podcast. Drake Star and Lori are great friends of mine, and I am glad I met both of them. Honestly, I did not expect that I'd be using Discord back in 2017. I've made so many friends over the 2.5 years I've been using the site. I feel like without Discord, my YouTube channel would not get nearly as far as it has gone right now. Speaking of Discord, it's time to read the Discord questions.
Discord! I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer's afternoon. Discord! Whatever they would do to make you pay the world's way.
Koopa Koop asks, who is your biggest YouTube inspiration and did you think you'd get to where you are now? Thanks for the question, Koopa Koop. Here's the thing with Q&As. The same questions keep getting asked over and over. To sum up my first 2 answers of the same question, I'm inspired by big YouTubers and my friends who do YouTube. As far as if I thought I'd get this far, yes. Still, I wouldn't have gone as far if I didn't use Discord. Drake asks, is this video sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends? No, it's not. It's not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I want sponsors, but not necessarily Raid Shadow Legends. It might be a while. I feel like I am still too small a channel to get sponsorship. Manuel asks, who's the biggest simp? You or Mary Gaillard's fan base? Mary Gaillard's fan base. If people watching this video aren't aware, me and some friends did this video on Mary Gaillard, a girl who striked down one of Manuel's videos. Go check that video out. Mary Gaillard, cruiser, loser, copyright abuser. It'll be in the description. Okay, Geek Toons asks, what are your thoughts on the librarian from Hilda? She's cute, I guess. Anyway, the reason he commented this is because there's a running joke in my friend group that I'm a simp for the librarian from Hilda. Anyway, yeah, this all stemmed from this clip I put in my video. Here, I'll play it. 2 episodes, Hilda and her friends go to the library, searching for information on whatever mystical creatures they run into. The librarian then suggests them to read a certain book. The librarian is very cute. I'd let her recommend me some books if you catch my drift.
Simp!
Guys, shut up. I am not a simp. That collab isn't coming out yet, but it'll hopefully come out eventually. Anyway, yeah. I like the librarian from Hilda. She's pretty cute. What If Universe asks, what is your favorite video on your channel? I listed a bunch of fave recent videos already, but one I forgot to mention was my Midnight Gospel review. I really love how that video turned out. War57 asks, how long does it take to make your vids? Good question. Some videos may take a few minutes, and some videos may take several days to make. Spider-Man Unlimited one took an entire month and a half to make, as my script writing wasn't great at the time. The script ended up getting reworked by my friend XxSuperJAZZXx. My original plan was to release it in December, but it came out late January because of all the script editing my friend did, and because I decided to make it a collab with my friend Vids. Lori asks, if you could collab with anyone in the world, YouTuber or celebrity, who would you pick and why? That's a really hard question. For example, I like Scott the Woz, but I'd have no idea what I would do if I did a collab with him. That mainly has to do with the fact that I'm not an avid gamer like Scott is though. If I were to collab with someone, maybe it would be to do a video with the creator of a show. For example, I think it's cool that Toonerific Tyreek did a video of Bruce W. Smith, who is the creator of the Proud Family. I haven't watched that video yet, but I find it awesome he got to do a video with him. I remember being really happy when Pan got CH Greenblatt on his podcast. I really would love to interview CH Greenblatt myself, as Chowder was my favorite show growing up. I thought it was really cool that Pan got him on his podcast. I really hope I'll get to the point one day where I can interview or collaborate with a cartoon creator for a video. Larry the Lobster asks, who is your favorite Overwatch character and why is it Lucio? Lucio is a really cool dude. I tried the Lucio cereal and it was pretty good. As cool as Lucio is though, I'm a Junkrat main. He's just really fun to play as. Also, I haven't played Overwatch that much lately, but yeah, Lucio, he's pretty cool. Greenish asks, how godly is Problocks? Oh, Problocks, that guy's a legend. He's legendary. If you aren't aware who Problocks is, watch Manuel's documentary on him. It's hilarious. And last but not least, Gummy personally DM'd me this question. Congrats on 2K, bro. My question is, are you wearing shades right now? Here's to 2K more. Yes. Anyway, all the questions have been answered. These Butch Hartman videos got a lot of views, and I am thankful for that, but now I want to move on, and I'm glad I stopped at 2 videos rather than make 3 in a row like my Johnny Test videos. But speaking of Butch Hartman, keep your eyes peeled, because I might be appearing on someone else's channel to talk about him. Anyway, shout out to Geek Toons, Manuel, Ask Air, Vids, Miles834, Sillyrally, Itsjustkio, and the many other people I met in my YouTube journey. Also, shout out to XxSuperJAZZXx for drawing this art that Manuel requested that I used for this video's thumbnail. Go follow her as she does great art. Thanks for 2K, all the channels mentioned will be in the description. This has been ShadeX and I hope you all feel nothing but good vibes.